Oh, I forgot about that. She was at a Mexican. She went to a Mexican restaurant. She went to a Mexican restaurant and told somebody, I hope Trump deports you, at a Mexican restaurant. Hi, welcome to Racist of the Week. I am Reese Waters. This is where we expose the stupidity and hypocrisy of discrimination in hopes we can build a more perfect union. And also laugh. As usual, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Racism. And of course, if you have any nominees, you can throw them in the comments. You can email me at admin@reesewaters.com. Now, during this FAFO phase that we are currently in, I've mostly been preoccupied with large groups like farmers.
But some folks who aren't feeling Trump's optimism right now are American farmers, and they are stuck in the middle of all of this.
Frank, who did you vote for president?
Mr. Trump.
Right?
Trump.
Mr. Trump.
If the election were today, Frank, would you vote for Donald Trump?
No way.
Couldn't happen. No.
Or veterans.
If only they were told about this. If only they were warned about this. If only the 65% of veterans who voted for Trump didn't realize that the DEI is also them. Oops. They thought DEI only meant black people. I guess they're in their find out era.
Or Venezuelans. Soon to come, Cubans. Of course, there's white women, or as they're more commonly known, DEI.
I'm so surprised how many people didn't know that with the DEI rollbacks, that meant that like there would also be rollbacks for specifically women. I don't know what y'all thought. What you thought, first of all, you thought these men respected us? What, just because you're like a white woman? And I get, like, I'm a white woman, right? But like most political progress for women has come at the hands of women of color. Not to say that there haven't been prominent white women, but like when they're talking about like diversity in the workforce, they're talking about you.
But I haven't really had the opportunity to delve into individual cases. But today I got time. Today's nominee, Stephanie Lovins. Let's dig in, shall we? Woman loses job after telling waiter, I hope Trump deports you. A real estate agent was fired from her job after leaving a message on a restaurant receipt telling a waiter she hoped President Donald Trump would deport him. Now, I'm sure she must have had a good reason. You know, I'm sure if she went to those lengths to say, I hope Donald Trump deports her, then apparently that waiter must have threatened her directly, or maybe sometime in between the appetizers and the main course, that waiter must have gone into the back and applied for the same job that Stephanie Lovins wanted and said, these immigrants taking my job. It must have been something like that. Maybe the waiter, when they brought out the drinks, just brought like a little side of fentanyl. You know what I mean? Maybe it was just a little side of fentanyl that she objected to, and she said, that's what they've been talking about. That's what they've been telling me on Newsmax. We got to get them out of here. I'm sure she must have had a good reason to crash out to that degree, right? Since the start of Trump's second term, thousands of undocumented migrants have been arrested under a major crackdown. Critics say immigration raids sow fear in vulnerable communities, and she is contributing to that. Let's see this receipt right here. So for the tip, she says, 0, you suck. You know, I appreciate that she wrote her own subtitles. You know what I mean? She wrote her own subtitles as she filled out the receipt. And as a creator, I appreciate that because I put subtitles on my video. So I see she want to make sure that Americans of all abilities, are able to fully understand what she is putting on this receipt. She got $87.84 over 100. That one I enjoyed because I haven't written a check in a long time. Yeah, I haven't written a check. I know they gave y'all deja vu. And then at the bottom, I hope Trump deports you. And apparently, due to the scribbles, she didn't get it on the first try. Yeah, I think she didn't get it on the first try. I think can we get an expert to see what was originally written down there? Was it worse? Was it something nice? Was it an actual tip? Was she going to throw $10, $15 on there and then decided better of it and decided to go all the way to I hope Trump deports you? On March 2nd, Stephanie Lovins, while dining at Cazuelas Mexican Cantina in Columbus, Ohio, Not Ohio. Ohio. We just got cool after the Buckeyes won the chip. We just got cool. And I had to overlook the fact that they had a Yahtzee march right in Columbus during a game. That got to be the first championship. That got to be the first national championship that a team won through a Yahtzee march. They went through a Yahtzee march during the regular season on their way to winning the national championship. That got to be a first. Actually, there's no way that's true. I take that back. I forgot about the SEC dominance. Yeah, there's no. I retract. But then after that, we had a situation in Cincinnati, which I just covered right here, where you had Yahtzees on the bridge, only to later find out that they were getting escorted to go get their service dog. Yeah, Ohio, we gonna need to holler after this. After hours. After hours, because y'all gotta claim this here. While dining at Cazuelas Mexican Cantina in Columbus, Ohio, left a message for Ricardo, a U.S. citizen serving her. Now imagine that. He was a whole U.S. citizen. And I know she didn't swallow that well. In the signature section of her receipt, Lovins wrote, "I hope Trump deports you," followed by 0, "you suck." The incident occurred after Lovins grew upset. Here it is. You know, because Ricardo tried to take her job. Ricardo tried to take her job, or he brought the fentanyl by accident. It gotta be one of those. It gotta be one of those. Here we go. The incident occurred after Lovins grew upset over the restaurant's 1 coupon per table policy. That's all it took. Let's make that clear. That's all it took was rejecting the 1 coupon per table policy for her to crash out to "I hope Trump deports you." That's all it took. You realize how front of mind, you realize how prepared you have to be to go with "I hope Trump deports you," to let that fly when you get rejected from the 1 coupon per table policy. That was in the auto drafts. You know what I mean? That was in the verbal auto drafts for you to go with it for something that inane. A restaurant employee who found the receipt shared the photo on social media, and it quickly went viral, provoking widespread condemnation and calls for Lovins' termination. Now, I'm going to stop us right here. I applaud that employee for bringing this to the public. But it saddens me that had this other employee not brought this to the public, this would have just been a regular day for Ricardo, apparently. Apparently, this kind of treatment has been normalized to the point where he didn't even see fit or feel comfortable taking that to the public. And that is damning of all of us. It's just not right, Fabio Aribo, the head of marketing at Cazuelas, told NBC4. Lovins initially denied any involvement, claiming on social media that her credit card had been lost or stolen and that someone else had used it. My credit card was lost/stolen and someone attempted to use it. Thanks for the notifications. This has been reported through my bank. Thank you all for the recent notifications of scammers and profile hackers. I recently discovered a lost/missing credit card and an attempted use and purchase. I appreciate your patience while I manage the situation, she wrote in a post on LinkedIn. The woman's social media account has since been deleted. Now I wonder, why would she delete her social media account? Well, how are they going to contact her when they find her credit card? You know what I mean? That's weird that you would delete that when they need a means to contact you and you can go back and forth with customer service on social media. However, this was discovered to be a false statement after the restaurant reviewed CCTV footage and confirmed that she was inside the restaurant, leading to her termination. There's not a lot you can do to make that worse. She found it. She found it. She found it. If you wanted us to believe, which, by the way, is the only way you can mitigate this, if you want us to believe that you had a momentary lapse in humanity and you decided you were going to provide a statement to this because people are thinking this is who I am as a person, you have confirmed that this is in fact who you are as a person. Because you don't get to just tell me, oh, it was lost or stolen. Oh, that didn't work for free. You don't get that for free. You are swimming towards accountability or you are sinking deep into garbation. That is what, there ain't no treading water here. You don't get multiple tries at this. You tried to tell us that your card had been lost or stolen in order to escape accountability for telling somebody, I hope Trump deports you because you couldn't use multiple coupons. I hope you're proud, Ohio. I hope you're proud. No, because this is what you have enabled. This is what you have enabled. She was just walking around, just kicking it through Short North. She was just walking around, kicking it, having a beautiful day, perfectly assimilated into y'all society, walking around like this. Cazuelas Mexican Cantina said in a statement, we believe the power of respect, tolerance, and acceptance. Recently, one of our team members faced an unacceptable situation, and we stand firmly against any form of hate or discrimination. Together, we'll continue to create a welcoming space for everyone. Thank you for your unwavering support. A spokesperson for Century 21 said in a statement, we are aware of the situation with the agent in question. Hate has no place within the Century 21 brand, and we are taking this very seriously. And credit to Century 21. I credit Century 21 for packing her up. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Columbus. After investigating the situation and connecting with the respective broker, as all companies affiliated with the Century 21 brand are independently owned and operated, we can confirm that this agent is no longer affiliated with the brand. Now this is somebody who was apparently doing real estate that had that so front of mind. And I have to ask myself, was she really able to, if she couldn't mask this when rejected from the one coupon per table policy, how was she able to mask it at work? Because I know a broker deals with a lot of ups and downs. You have a whole pipeline of deals and sometimes they fall apart. Sometimes it's your fault. Sometimes it's their fault. Sometimes it's nobody's fault. Has she been able to mask this that entire? Because you know what I mean? I wonder. Hello? Yeah. Oh, you decided to go with another broker? Well, have fun in Mexico. I just need to know. Now I need to hear from people that have worked with Stephanie. I need, yes. Yeah, that's what I need. Hello? Yeah, that couple that I was working with, we're no longer working together, but I just wanted to give you a heads up. They eat cats and dogs. Aribo said he's a really good person, and like I said, we all here come here every day to do our job, which is to serve people and have a good time. This is just a space for being inclusive, and there's no space for hate inside Cazuelas. The restaurant said that a group of customers plans to come next Sunday while Ricardo is working to make his shift special. Now, I do applaud the community for coming together to try and pick Ricardo up because, as I mentioned, not only did he have to deal with this, but it wasn't as objectionable to him, or he didn't feel comfortable going public. And I can only imagine why that would be. So I credit all the people for trying to pick him up. Now, we are at a point in this story. We real low. I mean, get low. We low. We real low. Like, oh, Ohio, get low. Ohio done got low. It gets worse.
She started a GoFundMe. Because of her financial hardships and because she wanted to get some money so she could enroll herself in basically diversity training to learn more about how she could be better in these situations and how she could, better appreciate diversity in her situation and her community.
Oh, hell no. That's what she said she was going to spend the money on? You know what? Bring her here. No, I got a course. I got a course. No, I got a course. I ain't put it up on my website yet. I got a diversity course. Bring her here. I got it.
She's asking us for money because she was a racist who got fired from her job and got harassed. She got harassed. I'm sure she did. Good. You should get harassed for shit like that. But you're going to come over here, and if you go look it up, I looked it up. It's actually been deleted now, but you can still see like a little remnant of like the first part of a sentence. There's like two sentences. I'm not super familiar with GoFundMe, but it does look like it was legit at one time, and then it has since been deleted, probably because it was a stupid idea. But you're going to literally ask us, you're going to ask me, you're going to ask people of color for money during your time of financial hardship. Why do you think you have a financial hardship, Stephanie Lovins?
The harassment was the thing for me. So let me get this straight. Because you can't abide by the rules, everybody else's rules, you get to harass him, and then when your behavior becomes public, you cry foul because of the harassment that you receive of people objecting to your harassment of him, and now you want to be paid. Now you are the victim and want to be paid because of the consequences of your actions, because of your actions reaching the light of day. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to do it. We got a whole word for that. It's Karen. It's super Karen. Matter of fact, I don't think the name Karen deserves this. They don't deserve this. I would like to submit a motion that Stephanie should usurp Karen. Any opposed? I'm sure all the legal name Karens got my back on that one.
That's what racism cost. There should be a cost to things like that. Completely unnecessary. Even if you were going to be that complete and utter jerk and not leave that person a tip, why would you take the time to write that on a menu or on a receipt? You went to a Mexican restaurant. You shouldn't disrespect people anywhere over anything.
Oh, I forgot about that. She was at a Mexican. She went to a Mexican restaurant. She went to a Mexican restaurant and told somebody, I hope Trump deports you at a Mexican restaurant. Look, forget the diversity training and whatnot, although I would still accept her if she comes. Forget that. She should have to eat Mexican food for the next 6 months, wearing a scarlet letter that she was the one that said, I hope Trump deports you. I think everybody would agree with that. Who objects? Who objects? You eat Mexican for the next 6 months with identification that you are the one who said, I hope Trump deports you. It'll work itself out. You know what I mean? It'll all work itself out.
But you went into their place of business. You ate their food, drank their drinks, and then you have the audacity to leave that? Apparently you're just full of audacity, because then you have the audacity to come panhandling for money from us because financial hardship? Yeah, you got fired because you're a dick. You're a jerk. You're a racist. So absolutely ridiculous story. I hadn't seen that little twist. I don't know if you'd seen it yet either, but that is absolutely next level from Stephanie Lovins of Ohio, former realtor.
And we also have this comment on this post from a Karen Shipley. That is actually her name. The restaurant started a GoFundMe for the waiter. He's up close to 40,000. So there you go. Love always wins over hate. Now, I was a bit curious for what exactly they would even say in the GoFundMe, and it was wild.
Someone started a GoFundMe account for her because she was in trouble, and they called it Stephanie's Path to Accountability, Reformation, Second Chances. Cool, Stephanie. Real cool.
So I think the explanation here is Stephanie. See, she believes in second chances. She believes in second chances. So that's really what she was going for when she was saying, I hope Trump deports you, and saying, I hope you get a second chance, you know, because in Mexico, you might be able to own a restaurant. So I was just wanting a second chance for Ricardo. And so that I was wishing him a second chance. It got misconstrued. So I will take the second chance.
Stephanie Lovins deeply regrets a mistake she made that has had serious consequences on her life. In a moment of frustration, she wrote something offensive on a restaurant receipt.
Yes, deeply regrets. Like when she said her car was stolen. You mean like that? That kind of regret? That kind of regret and accountability? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, yeah. No, you don't get that for free.
And now she realizes that was hurtful and wrong. A lot of you sent me the link to the GoFundMe, but this woman does not deserve to make any money off of this. And people were actually donating to it. Her goal was $5,000. And as of last night, she was up to $1,132. Well, guess what? GoFundMe didn't appreciate it because as of this morning, fundraiser not found. Sorry, Stephanie. Consequences.
Now, we cannot legislate out ignorance, stupidity, or hate from our world. We would have done it already. But I just have a question. What would she have had to do where you wouldn't have felt comfortable giving to the GoFundMe? To the people that gave the 1132 or whatever, what was she? Was it slurs? There was no outright slur. So she claimed her car was stolen one time, but I need multiple instances of you trying to avoid accountability before I won't run to the tears. Like, what would she have had to have done for the tears not to have worked for those people? Inquiring minds want to know. I just cannot imagine taking that little accountability for your actions. It really just defies all logic and understanding. I haven't seen.
Tonight, a Portsmouth family says they're telling their side of the story in reference to a shocking incident at a Virginia High School League indoor track meet that left one athlete allegedly injured after she claimed she was struck by a baton held by IC Norcom High School senior Alayla Everett.
Did you just say allegedly struck by a baton?
Everett spoke exclusively to 10 on Your Side's Markeisha Jackson, who brings us much more.
The young athlete in question says there's more to that video than meets the eye.
Everybody has feelings. So you're physically hurt, but you're not thinking of my mental, right?
We cooked. Nah, we cooked. I can't. Nah, because this is on our account now. I just... Where is she from? Hold up. Where did this go down? Virginia always got some drama going on. Now, I'm from Maryland. I was born in D.C. I'm from Maryland. I don't know Virginia. I don't know them down there. I mean, it was a brief time we were acquainted, with all the the Allen Iverson and all that kind of stuff down in VA, like Newport News and all that. It was a brief time in my past life that me and Virginia hollered, but we don't. Mm-mm.
Alayla Everett is a decorated athlete and senior at IC Norcom High School. She would have never thought her trip to the Class 3 track and field state finals last Tuesday would take a drastic turn.
They're going off of one angle.
Alayla visibly emotional because of this video from the meet. This was a 4x200 meter relay race, and she and a Brookville High School athlete were rounding a curve on the track when they nearly collided with each other.
After a couple times hitting her, my baton got stuck behind her back like this, and it rolled up her back. I lost my balance, and when I pumped my arms again, she got hit.
It appears intentional, but Alayla says it was accidental.
But I know my intentions, and I would never hit somebody on purpose. I didn't have to see your first video, second video, 10th video. I know 100% that she won't do this to nobody.
Her parents outraged at the backlash. The IC Norcom relay team was disqualified, a ruling that a local USA track and field official finds questionable. He says a play-by-play look shows that the Brookville athlete was running closely to Alayla.
If a person comes up on the outside, they got to be a full stride ahead of me before they can cut in front of me.
The other family spoke with the news station in Roanoke asking for an apology from Alayla, something she wants to give, but she says the other athlete hasn't been receptive, blocking her on social media, and instead the Everett family was served with court papers.
And now we have to go to a city 3 hours away that everybody hates our guts already.
They're assuming my character, calling me ghetto, racist slurs, death threats, all of this just because of a 9-second video.
VHSL says they are still reviewing the situation, and Portsmouth Public Schools says they will support whatever ruling comes from the league.
Okay, Ohio, maybe I was a little harsh earlier. We have some things to deal with over here. Virginia, why you got us looking bad again? Sincere thanks to all of the subscribers and the members that have supported this channel. We just hit a new milestone, and that is 2,000 members. So I want to give you a sincere thank you to everybody that's a part of that 2,000. And with that comes first a celebration of the 2,000, but also regular members' lives. Be on the lookout for a poll that I'm going to send out to you guys on when you guys would most want to have these lives, because I want to do it when the most people can attend. You're right. It's really about time that we can have, a semi-private conversation outside of the prying ears of the algorithm, which also means it can get colorful and go exactly where you want it to go.
I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
No, not that. No, I knew what you was thinking. I knew you was going to take it there.
And it is time for it to stop. and it stopped on Tuesday.
I'm also going to start bringing guests and collaborating with other creators on my regular Tuesday lives. So if you have somebody else in this space or another creator or a comedian or maybe just a poli-sci major you think I could have a really good conversation with, go ahead and send your suggestions to admin@reesewaters.com. You could also submit it at the portal on my website. That's also where you could sign up for the newsletter and see all the newest merch that we're rolling out, some brand new stuff on the horizon. But I want to come back to where I started and thank you guys for making this channel so much more than I ever thought possible.